We're taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. and all eyes are on Baltimore's future as Acting Police Commissioner Richard Worley moves closer to becoming the city's permanent chief. A look at what comes next and where the city goes from here. And gun violence in America back on the national stage. Why President Biden is expected to roll out a new task force later today. And the Fox 45 Weather Authority team is tracking this next round of storms expected to douse our region. Where exactly and when we'll see the worst of it, that's all coming up. Fox 45 News Midday starts right now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining us here for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Taylor Stewart, and we are on weather alert. A live look right now over the Inner Harbor, well, rather M&T Bank Stadium, and a close look here at the radar. You can see that tropical system we are tracking. It could bring soaking rain, gusty winds this weekend. For a closer look, let's get over to meteorologist Justin Chambers.
Yes, we are tracking our weather alert day for Saturday, tracking that next weather maker Saturday storm bringing heavy rain and wind to the region. Coastal flooding will be possible as well. This is all part of our weather alert. We've been tracking it all week long. Now, this tropical system is going to bring the potential for 2 to 3 inches of rain and some wind speeds of the 30, 40, potentially even 50-mile-an-hour range, especially with some of those gusts. So one of those weekends where you probably want to plan for some indoor activities, even though we have a lot going on outdoors, especially on Saturday and Sunday. We're back with your full forecast. We'll talk more about our weather alert day on Saturday coming up.
In a city in crisis, police are investigating 2 double shootings just minutes apart. 2 people were shot on Mosher Street around 2:30 yesterday afternoon. And then about 40 minutes earlier, 2 other shootings that included an 18-year-old who was shot on a nearby Hoffman Street. Johns Hopkins University right now is releasing its proposed draft of policies for an independent police force. The private force would have jurisdiction within each of the university's 3 Baltimore campuses. Now, supporters say private police will increase safety, take some pressure off of BPD. Opponents say they're concerned about over-policing people of color in and around the campus. You can find more on this proposal right now at foxbaltimore.com. The expansion comes as Baltimore's population continues to drop. In the last 12 years, we've seen an 8% decrease. But as Olivia Dance joins us, she shows the cost of the city is actually increasing.
So from 2013 to last year, the number of general government employees has increased nearly 20%. And Euripsy Morgan, who is a community activist, says given the city's track record with subpar services, residents aren't seeing the full potential of their tax dollars.
I don't think that residents are getting not even a bang for their buck. They're not even getting the services that they need. When we hire employees, we expect them to do the job. And I think it'd be very difficult to find people who at this time, residents, right, contractors, people who work with city government, who will tell you that they are finding it easy to work within the city government.
So let's take a look at the numbers. According to the 2022 annual financial report, even with people leaving Baltimore, 1,674 people were on the city's payroll as general government workers back in 2013. And last year in 2022, that number was 2,005 people. That's just under a 20% increase, even though the city's population as of July 1st, 2022 was more than 52,000 people fewer than in 2013. The cost for general government increasing almost 45% in the same time frame, despite general revenues increasing only 8%. Fox 45 News questioning Mayor Brandon Scott on why the number of city employees is increasing. The mayor's office says it's just because of reclassification of positions, pushing back on the premise that City Hall is growing, telling us in a statement that the number of all government employees is down to 13,747 compared to the 14,764 in 2013. But again, the number of general government employees remains higher than it did nearly a decade ago. For now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News.
Making headlines, we are keeping a close eye on Capitol Hill today. There are just 8 days left to avert a government shutdown. Republican and Democratic lawmakers have just over a week to reach a new deal on the budget. And with tensions brewing within the GOP, the chances of coming to terms on a plan seem to be dwindling. Auto workers are threatening to expand their walkouts if a better contract is not on the table by noon today. They've got an hour to get it done. So this marks 1 week of the strike. All right, taking a look now at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, the nomination for the Baltimore Police Commissioner moves on to the full City Council. The vote for acting Police Commissioner Richard Worley is expected to take place on October 2nd. Mayor Brandon Scott nominated Worley after former Commissioner Michael Harrison resigned months before the end of his 5-year contract. In another vote, the Rules and Legislative Oversight Committee of the Baltimore City Council confirmed James Wallace. He is the next city's fire chief. And before the vote, council members questioned Wallace about EMS response times, how the department handles fires in vacant homes, among other things. Trending number two here in Howard County, bus problems continue despite new start times that started just this week. The school system is trying to allow more time for buses to complete their routes, but just one day after the new start times rolled out, a bus was canceled without warning. Now, parents say they weren't notified until after the school day began, and other parents say earlier bus routes caused their children to be dropped off before the school doors even opened. Trending number three here, the Maryland Department of Transportation is celebrating World Car Free Day with a free fare weekend. All weekend, you can ride for free on the bus, the light rail, the Metro, and MARC trains. That includes rides to Artscape, the Ravens home game, and the Wiz at the Hippodrome. Trending number four here, the Orioles take on Cleveland Guardians again tonight, 7:10. Last night kicked off their 4-game series in Cleveland. Sadly, the O's did not secure the win. The Guardians on top here, 5-2. They're still fighting hard for us, though. All right, trending number 5 here, college football. It's back tomorrow, and where else to watch the action other than Fox 45? Starting at 10, Big Noon Kickoff is bringing you everything you need to know about the college football from the Big 12, the Big 10, the Pac-12 conferences. And then at noon, Oklahoma goes head-to-head with Cincinnati in Ohio. 3:30, UCLA and Utah take the field. That's followed by Oregon and Washington State at 7. And then to close out your college football Saturday, stick around for a night game. USC and Arizona kick off there at 10:30 p.m. And of course, you can catch all of the NFL action right here on Fox 45 Sunday. The New Orleans Saints play the Green Bay Packers at 1 p.m. Chicago Bears face off against Kansas City Chiefs at 4:25. And the Ravens, they're playing the Colts Sunday at 1. This is on CBS. Still ahead, the federal government is getting into the music business. That's right. Coming up, the new album The Fed is dropping and the big safety message it's trying to send. And McDonald's yet again facing another lawsuit over spilled coffee. But first, President Biden expected to announce a new task force aimed at curbing gun violence. We've got a preview ahead.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
Breaking news, New Jersey Senator Robert Menendez has been indicted for accepting bribes. Federal prosecutors in New York indicted the 69-year-old Democrat and his wife on bribery charges. Now, these charges come almost 6 years after Menendez had a trial over different claims of corruption. That trial ended with a hung jury. The White House is launching a new federal office to combat surging rates of gun violence.
The president has said gun violence is an epidemic. There are many people who are sitting around their kitchen table every night who are missing their loved ones because of gun violence.
President Biden is expected to release more information on this initiative and the Rose Garden later this afternoon. But we're learning he's asked Vice President Kamala Harris to lead the new federal Office of Gun Violence Prevention. According to researchers, the country has been rocked by more than 500 mass shootings 2023 alone. Data from the CDC reveals firearms have replaced car accidents as the leading cause of death for kids. Now, one person's saying at least he's trying something different. The current way isn't working. We've reported on that extensively. Others saying it's pointless, comparing it to having a UFO chief at NASA, except NASA does not have an amendment working against them. Gun violence is real. All right, well, Hollywood's writers, studios, they're expected to meet again today to try to bring an end to this writer's strike. Today's meeting comes after the Writers Guild of America and movie studios held talks on Wednesday and Thursday. Now, that was the first sign of progress in months since the writer's strike started back in May. Folks are weighing in here now saying, all right, cool, pay everyone in the industry more now. I think that's what the writers are also saying. Another person saying nobody cares. Hollywood will be irrelevant soon. As long as you want to watch movies, I don't know. But McDonald's, once again, being sued after a customer allegedly burned herself after spilling hot coffee. According to the lawsuit, an elderly woman says she was served a scalding cup of hot coffee with an improperly attached lid. As a result, she says the coffee poured on her lap, causing severe burns. The company was previously sued in 1992 after a woman suffered third-degree burns after spilling coffee. Now, earlier this year, though, a family was awarded $800,000 after a toddler was burned by hot chicken nuggets. Now, and one person chiming in saying, I don't know what to say about society that has not figured out that coffee is hot. All right, other folks saying, I have to let mine cool for 30 minutes before I can even drink it. They relate to this situation. We'll keep our eyes on this suit. All right, now moving it just ahead here. In your next half hour, helping your kids leave the nest. How some parents are hiring a second mom for their kids when they go off to college. Oh, man. And as we look ahead to the 2024 race for the White House, talks of a third-party candidate are growing. How Maryland's former governor is playing a role in this. And just ahead, your lineup at noon, it's Garamu, then 1 o'clock, Sherry, followed by the Hot Bench at 2 p.m. All right, we're back with a live look over the Inner Harbor, and we're on weather alert as we watch for some heavy rain that's expected to move in our region later this weekend. The effects of a potential tropical cyclone, and it could last into Sunday. Meteorologist Justin Chambers is going to time it all out for us coming up. A political group co-chaired by former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan is growing, and it's fueling concerns by some of a possible election upset. The group No Labels has floated the idea of a third-party candidate, with Hogan even saying he'd consider a run if Donald Trump wins the GOP nomination. Organizers say they're on track to secure ballot access in all 50 states by Election Day. They've already registered more than 15,000 people in Arizona. While that's not a lot compared to the total population, it could be enough to tip the scales in a swing state. It's important to note, though, no third-party candidate has ever won the presidency or even come close. Ahead of the election, voting machine companies are already testing out their equipment. 3 major voting equipment vendors say they're letting cybersecurity researchers try to break into their systems as a test. That includes stuffing ballot boxes and knocking electrical poll books offline, polling stations to use poll books for processing voters. Okay. Trending now, actress Sophie Turner, and she's suing her estranged husband, singer Joe Jonas, demanding their children be returned to England. According to the lawsuit, Sophie claims that prior to the split, they agreed they would live in the UK. But Joe is now withholding the girls' passports. She says she only learned he filed for divorce when it was reported by TMZ. The Jonas Brothers are in Baltimore as part of their 5 albums, One Night tour. They're set to perform tonight at the CFG Bank Arena. And speaking of some big shows in Baltimore, tickets for the upcoming Mrs. Doubtfire musical are now on sale. Everyone's favorite Scottish nanny is hitting the road for a touring production of the hit Broadway musical. The show will be at the Hippodrome January 30th through February 4th of next year. Tickets for the show went on sale at 10 o'clock this morning. Tonight at 4, a date is set to decide the fate of Police Commissioner Richard Worley. We reach out to local lawmakers on what their top concerns are for this position. And then at 5 o'clock, upgraded security measures for Johns Hopkins. Find out what that means and if it's making students and staff feel safer. Plus at 6 p.m., we investigate why the president of one local community college has seen a significant pay increase while the school is battling dwindling graduation numbers. You can get your Fox 45 news in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo device. We deliver your local headlines and your forecast in less than 2 minutes. So if you have an Amazon device, just say enable Fox 45 Baltimore. All right, trending now, leaving home for college for the first time can be kind of scary, but one Florida mom is helping ease the transition. She's renting herself out as a mom away from home, if you will. Rachel Arnold says parents hire her to be a second mom to their kids. She'll go to students' dorm rooms and make their bed each day. She'll do their laundry, clean their room. She'll even help with homework. And of course, she offers hugs like any good mom would. Okay.
These are our kids, so we treat them like our kids. Somebody's left you behind. You're in an awkward situation. Do not get in an Uber by yourself after midnight. You call me. I will come and get you. It's free. I love, I don't judge. We don't tell the parents unless there's safety issue involved.
It's not cheap, though. She charges $10,000 a semester.
This is for college?
This is for college students.
Who wants their bed made up in college?
I like the concept because I feel like you do need like a guiding figure in college, maybe a good mentor, an auntie. But for $10,000, you don't want someone coming in and making your kid's bed. That's the time they learn.
See, I think college is when you're learning to be alone. I don't think you need mama in college. I think that's the whole point. You're away from your parents. How to make decisions, how to maneuver without the convenience of your parents. I don't know. It's interesting. Out of my kids, I think my middle child would definitely be locked in on that because she'd just be hanging out with her and getting hugs all day.
Well, look, for $10,000, she can have a second mom at college who can guide her through everything.
But interestingly enough, you like the concept. So you like to get your bed made up, don't you? You like a little, look at you.
Look, no, I believe you should make your own bed, but I would, just, hey, I need a hug. My laundry's not done. I need a hot meal. That's cool. So, all right. Well,
I think when my mom dropped me off at college, that was the last time I saw her. No.
Sayonara, right? Sayonara.
And I'm an only child, no.
Well, we are saying sayonara to the nice weather we've been seeing this morning. Pretty soon here, we're on weather alert, the radar that shows you this potential tropical cyclone that could bring soaking rain, gusty winds this weekend. Meteorologist Justin Chambers is tracking it and timing it out for us.
Yeah, we continue our weather alert mode, tracking Saturday's storm, heavy rain and wind, the coastal flooding, all on the table. Even if this does not become a tropical storm with a name, it will still carry tropical storm characteristics throughout the weekend, which means steady rain showers, 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. Some spots could see up to 3 inches of rain, and those wind gusts at 25 to 35 plus miles an hour, some stronger gusts that will be possible as well. We already have tropical storm warnings for the eastern shore and southern Maryland. Gale warnings continue along the Chesapeake, and even wind advisories continue for Anne Arundel County up into southern Baltimore County, Baltimore City, and southern Harford County from about 10 a.m. on Saturday through 6 p.m. Saturday evening. Now, here's a look at, again, potential Tropical Cyclone 16 now making a run at North Carolina early Saturday morning. It will continue to track to the north up and through parts of Richmond and into the southern end of the Chesapeake by early Sunday morning before it makes its way right toward us here at home. So we're going to see that wind and the rain and the potential storm surge as well. Notice the areas here in blue, which is pretty much all of us here in central Maryland and the eastern shore, could see 1 to 3 feet possible in terms of that storm surge with this storm coming in. So that's why it's so important to make sure you are well aware, weather aware, and you stay weather aware throughout the weekend. Here's our future scan. So late Friday night, early Saturday morning, that's when that rain's going to start coming in. The heaviest rain starts to move in about 4 or 5 a.m. Get a bit of a break in the middle part of the morning, but right about 1 p.m., another round of that heavier rain and that wind will be with us through most of the afternoon. You'll see some good downpours there. Even into Saturday night, we'll still have to deal with some of that rain. And now some of the models want to bring in some rain early Sunday morning as well on the backside of that system as it moves out of here before we start to dry out next week. These are some of the rainfall totals we're looking at, and potentially 1.5 to 2 and even close to 3 inches widespread, especially through Sunday afternoon with some of those newer weather models bringing in that second round of rain for early Sunday. And the future scan with our wind, again, the easterly wind for Friday afternoon, but as we get into Saturday, it'll be more of a northeasterly wind, and you can really see just how strong this wind is going to be, 30, 40 miles an hour, and potentially even stronger. So make sure to kind of put things away today before these storms roll in. So here's 10-day forecast. Again, we're looking good in the upper 70s, breezy to windy Friday. We're weather alert all day Saturday, possibly into Sunday as well. But notice next week, a lot drier with temperatures staying in the 70s all the way through next weekend.
All right, still ahead, incorporating AI into everyday life. How YouTube is helping creators create new videos. And big news from Bush Anheimer, the changes it's making to get praise from animal rights groups. And a big night for wrestling fans. It's 8 o'clock, WWE Friday SmackDown returns. And then at 10 o'clock, Fox 45 News, late edition, after that at 11. All right, do not miss this. Arguably one of the most recognizable vehicles on the road. It's going back to its roots. Check out the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. The 27-foot-long hot dog on wheels underwent a name change in May. For a short time, it was known as the Frankmobile, but fans weren't feeling the change. And so now the company is going back to the original name. Meantime, Anheuser-Busch says they're going to stop cutting the tails off the company's famous Budweiser Clydesdale horses. The practice, known as docking, is highly controversial. PETA has called it crude mutilation. A spokesperson for the beer maker says, quote, "The safety and well-being of our beloved Clydesdale is our top priority." YouTube's unveiling some new artificial intelligence tools to help creators produce videos and reach a wider audience on its platform. It comes as companies race to incorporate buzzy generative AI technology directly into their core products. Among YouTube's new tools, creators can add AI-generated video or image backgrounds to their vertical videos on YouTube Shorts. All right, let's get over to your lunch break. McDonald's is on the menu, and it's bringing back its spicy chicken nuggets. The fan favorite is back for a limited time. It's going to come in a variety of 6, 10, 20, 40 pieces. I'm going to grab a 40, and that's all we have here for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark, back to tell us what you guys are working.
That's right. A woman is renting out her bed to strangers, letting them cuddle up next to her for extra cash. Oh, that's not a bad idea. We'll talk about that coming up on Be More Lifestyle coming up next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with Junda Morris from the Runway International Showcase. Yes. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Happy Friday, y'all.
Happy Friday. A woman says she's making an extra $600 a month by sleeping with guys, but she's not sleeping with them like that.
Okay, what is she doing?
She rents out one side of her bed. She says it's more about companionship than anything sexual. It's apparently part of a growing trend known as hot bedding that helps singles ward off
It's called
loneliness.
hot bedding?
Hot bedding. And
Hot bedding.
Allison gave me permission. I am for rent. If you want to rent out, and we can cuddle. You can cuddle and let's get this money.
How much you charging?
You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
This is the perfect
You got to put your
Would
prices
you do
out
it?
there.
Well,
She said, you know, caught her off guard.
No,
She said, wait a minute now.
if the, you know,
If the price is right.
the price is right.
Yeah.
Lady T could be getting those pockets now.
Listen.
Somebody's watching right now who's ready to buy.
That's
Lady T.
right.
What do you think?
Listen, I would hop off OnlyFans so fast and do this. Yes. Hot betting. Yes, betting on tea. I like it. I like it. I feel like it'd be good.
It is very intimate, though. I mean,
It is letting
you got
somebody
the
in
breath
your
going
space,
on,
right?
you know,
Yes.
breath, the smells. It's
Can we
kind
just
of
put
a
a
lot.
line?
Yeah.
Like an imaginary line, like right there.
But then that takes away, that's the whole point. You can't help
So are you
line.
is it, so it's cuddling or you're just staying to your own side of the bed?
It's a snuggle.
It's a snuggle.
Okay.
What? It's like, it sounds like people who just want to be in a relationship but they have to pay for one, is what it sounds like.
And
And I'm here for you.
If you want to hear me out,
I'm here. Okay.
1 mark, 100 cuddle.
Oh, that's so cheap.
We want,
It's
you
so
to
cheap.
try, we want you to try. Visit our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website,
If you want Mark on your side of the bed,
make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You know what to do. Would you do this is the question, right?
How much would you charge?
I'm curious to see what everybody thinks. Now get ready for some sticky beats, courtesy of the federal government. Some sick beats. They're saying they released an album that has several songs with safety-related messages aimed at young adults, like reminding kids to wear a helmet and put away your phone. So the federal government has an album out with beats and songs. This sounds terrible unless they had like a real producer on it.
It's giving Kids Bop. And
But even that, it just has to be right.
Kids Bop.
I feel like it's going to be corny.
I don't know. It feels like the Now CDs. You know, Now 1, Now 3. You know, Now CDs. It feels like that.
What do you
I don't know.
think, Junda?
It has to be.
Dope.
Yeah.
It's got to be something. It's got to.
Who's the producer?
Right.
Who, you know,
Right.
You have some DJ.
What producer would you put on it if you wanted it to
If
work?
you're the federal government.
Yes.
Who's
I know he
producing
has
the
a-
album?
Khaled, is
You know,
Khaled too old?
DJ Khaled.
No,
Yeah.
Timbaland.
Timbaland.
Okay, you guys are officially old.
Pharrell, you know.
Well, Pharrell would be a-
Pharrell would be nice to, you know, have him
Kids
do
are
that.
judging us right now.
Yeah, 'cause we old.
No,
They
yeah.
don't know.
We're telling.
Oh,
Say
that's
Quincy
true. They don't
Jones,
know.
maybe.
They don't know.
You see, you really aging
The
yourself
federal
now.
government's gonna be snapping their fingers, on
Put
the beat.
on your helmet in a thunderstorm.
I cannot slow bopping with the federal government.
Okay.
This is embarrassing.
Cup or cone? If you're a fan of ice cream cones, you're in luck today. Is National Ice Cream Cone Day. Who knew?
it really?
Ice cream cones were first mentioned in French cookbooks around 1825. They became popular in the U.S. in the late 1800s, then debuted at the World Fair in 1904. Let me
Wow.
guess. I think Junda is a cone girl.
How'd you know that?
You really are?
Absolutely, yes,
Do you
I
like
am.
the
Lady
waffle
T is a
cones or
cup
the
person.
regular
No,
one?
I like the waffle cone.
Oh, the waffle cone. So you
Lady
got
T,
money.
what about you? I would say you're a cup
So when I get paid, I get the waffle cone. But I like
Yes,
other
that's the
than that,
fancy
I
cone.
get
You
the
rich.
cheap one, the Dollar
Fancy.
Tree,
Yes.
the Dollar Tree cone one. I get that when I ain't got no money.
I'm a cup
Yeah.
person.
You like the cup?
Only because
Do you
it
eat
gets
the cup?
kind of crazy.
Is that what it is? You're eating the
No,
cup.
I'm not eating the cup,
It's
Lady T.
plastic. You shouldn't really eat it,
I only am a
honestly.
cup person because it looks crazy after the cone when it's hot out and you're looking in the whole thing. It's too much.
Oh,
when you see
yeah.
a grown
I'm
man.
sure.
Crunch, it's the crunch from the cone with the ice cream. You
That is
know.
delicious.
It's easy cleanup. He said it's easy cleanup. Throw it away.
You don't want to see your dad going at it. It's just embarrassing for the
Or
kid.
grandma going in on the cone.
Grandma.
She's making it. Come on, grandma,
like-
slow down. No,
right.
waffle cones all
Okay.
day when you have money, y'all.
Well, you guys will be back. We're going to see you later.
Yes.
Amazing fashions coming up.
Of course.
Still ahead, helping kids fight cancer. The hope is being brought to them on wheels, and a new way to stay safe coming up. The new personal safety device that doubles as a fashion accessory. Stick around. It's not a cone. We got a great show.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Julie Miranda is here to share a new way to stay safe that isn't just effective, it looks like a fashion accessory. Here she is to explain it.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
It is so unfortunate that 1 in 3 women will be assaulted in their lifetime, and that is a very scary statistic. And that's why I love Bling Sting, because you can feel safe and look fashionable all at the same time. And I insist that both my daughters carry this pepper spray because it's maximum strength and it has a 12-foot direct range. It also has a UV marking device that stains the target for up to 48 hours, which is really helpful for police to identify the attacker. That is really, really unique. And all it takes is one quick spray in the assailant's face to make them stop. It's also portable and it's easy to conceal, which I just did if you don't want anybody to see it. And they come in all these bright colors. They got camo too, so many patterns that you can pick your style and you can clip it anywhere. Like you can clip it to your backpack, you can belt loop, purse, wherever. And you know, this product gives me peace of mind knowing I'm protecting my daughters and myself. And right now, this is really, really great. We are offering 25% off the Bling Sting pepper spray. So head to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer. They're gonna go fast, so you wanna get this right away.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Hyundai Hope on Wheels.
September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Here to tell us how Hyundai Hope on Wheels is observing the occasion are board member John Gustafaro and 11-year-old cancer survivor Rainey Clark. Welcome to Be More Lifestyle. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great.
Well, Mark, thanks for having us.
Definitely. It's been 25 years since Hope on Wheels was created. What does that mean to the organization?
It's a long time, right? A quarter century, and it means a lot to all of us. You know, we had humble beginnings in 1998 where a few of our Hyundai dealers got together to make a donation to a local hospital, and since that time, all 830 dealers are involved, as well as Hyundai Motor America, in contributing each year to Hyundai Hope on Wheels, which is a nonprofit foundation dedicated to helping kids like Rainey fight cancer.
And John, what changes have you seen in the fight against pediatric cancer in that time?
You know, most of our grants we give are research grants, so it helps scientists and doctors and researchers uncover new discoveries. And many of those we're seeing are less invasive treatments where, you know, kids who had ALL, like Rainey, would have a really tough battle. And now it's, you know, it's a less invasive, less challenging journey for many.
And Rainey, can you talk to us about your personal challenge, your fight against cancer?
So when I was 6 years old, my mom took me to the doctor with my energy. She was low. She thought I had strep throat. Soon after my vitals crashed, I was airlifted to a children's hospital. That's where I was diagnosed with ALL, acute lymphoblastic leukemia. I was treated for 2.5 years. At the time, my biggest worry was if Santa would come to our hospital room and say, where would we put a tree? In April 2021, I was in remission.
Awesome. That's great to hear, okay? Now, where do the Wheels on grants go? Where do the Hope on Wheels grants go, and how have they made a difference?
Sure, I'll take that one. Yeah, they go to many hospitals. Actually, Rainey and I were just in Baltimore a few weeks ago. We gave 2 grants to Johns Hopkins, who's doing amazing work, 2 research grants. And basically, in a nutshell, most of our grants are research-based, meaning scientists, they apply through a grant process. We have a team of medical advisors who review and rate these so we can make sure that these grant dollars are going where it's needed most. We're doing great work around survivorship, helping more kids like Rainey who are surviving cancer but have other challenges like side effects and other things in a kind of post-cancer world. Also, everything from programs for teens going through cancer, family waiting rooms, everything to help this journey more comfortable. So research and an array of programs beyond that as well.
John and Rainey, thanks for joining us. You guys are amazing. Where can our viewers go for more information?
They can go to HyundaiHopeOnWheels.org for more information.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Have a great day, guys, okay?
Thank you, Mark.
You too.
All right, take care. Still ahead, lace up your tennis shoes. Walk Maryland Day is just around the corner. And calling all fashionistas, the Runway International Show is coming to Baltimore. How you can get involved. All the models, strike a pose, eat the runway. Yes, stick around.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, you guys, it's fashion on an international level, and it's going to be right here in Baltimore. Jenna Morris joins us now to tell us more about it. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Look at you looking fabulous.
Oh.
Okay. I'm excited to talk about this. Okay, so tell me more about Runway International Fashion Showcase. What is it?
Well, Runway International Fashion Showcase is a platform that is built to bring in independent designers from all around the world, right here in this amazing, amazing city. We have designers coming from Vietnam. We have designers coming from Nigeria, Ghana, Liberia, and all across the world. But this time around, we're doing the award show.
Okay.
What we're doing is we're recognizing the fashion industry, everything that puts the fashion industry together. This is what we're looking to do. So we have our Lifetime Achievement Awards, and we're recognizing names like John Blassingame, Travis Winky, who is from Baltimore. He's the fashion guy from Baltimore, but people who've been contributing to the fashion industry and making this industry work.
How long have you been doing this?
Well, Runway International, I've been doing for the last 10 years.
Wow!
But the Fashion Awards, this is our first launching of the Fashion Awards.
Okay.
Because, you know, after COVID, people have been doing this, and we just want to be able to recognize them and say, we thank you for your work, and your contribution, and your creativity that you're bringing to the world.
Amazing. Fashion in Baltimore is really taking off and doing big things. Okay, so I need to know, what you brought some models, you're going to showcase some stuff of what we can expect to see at the showcase, right?
Yes.
Okay, talk to me. What do we have?
This right here is from African Closet.
Okay.
And they have, they source garments from all across Africa. And yes, they're amazing collection that they have with the bags. Just this is one of my favorite.
Ooh, the earrings, the pink and green, the bag, serving. I love it. Okay, excellent. Okay. All right, so what else do you have from us? Is this entirely from one collection, or is it different ones?
This is from one collection. This is from one collection, because we have designers that are coming from Burkina Faso and all over that are not in the country.
Wow.
So and this was one of the ones that are here.
Okay, it's helping me appreciate the international version of fashion too. Okay, who's next? What else do you have?
This one right here is a male It's a middle piece. It's embroidered with gold embroidered coming down.
Oh, you know I love gold.
Yes, and
you
this
know
you
it.
can wear to a wedding. You can dress it down. You can take the pants off and put some jeans with it.
Wow.
Yes, and just dress it down, dress it up. Yeah, it's just a nice,
Fantastic. Okay, so you have something for the men too. That's
Absolutely.
awesome. And I remember going to last year's fashion show, and the men, they really served. They really brought it. They tried to outshine the women. Okay,
Yes.
but okay, let's see what else do you have.
Oh
what
my
else do you
God.
have going on this
piece
way?
right here is 80s.
This is a showstopper, y'all.
It's a showstopper. You know, and we
I love
appreciate
it.
we appreciate curvy models.
Yes.
So we have model, Maxine that's here, and she's wearing this amazing piece right here, the bell bottoms.
Go, Maxine, go.
Yes.
Go, girl, go. Yes, I love it.
You know, the one piece off the shoulder, and obviously with the very chic bag to go with it.
Okay. So thank you, models. Okay, now honestly, I need to know, where can our viewers go for more information if they want to get tickets, and what do they need to do?
They can go to Runway International shows on Instagram.
Okay.
And then on
what's the website?
The website is www.runwayinternationalshows.com.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us, Jutta. Okay, I can't wait to go to the event. All right, and you guys out there, we are on weather alert. Here's meteorologist Justin Chambers with more information about it.
We are tracking our weather alert day for Saturday's storm. Heavy rain and wind, also coastal flooding, all on the table with this next weather maker that we've been looking at pretty much all week long, and now it's on our doorstep here. Steady rain showers coming in, 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. Some spots could see 3 inches or more. Our wind gusts at 25 to 35 miles an hour. Those actually might be conservative numbers, as we could see some stronger wind. Despite whether or not it becomes an actual tropical storm, we still have tropical storm warnings for southern Maryland, all of the eastern shore counties, including Dorchester County, gale warnings for the Chesapeake on Saturday, and wind advisories also on Saturday for Anne Arundel, Baltimore City and County, and Harford County, especially along the bay. That's where we'll see the strongest wind. So here's a look at the track of this system making landfall early Saturday morning in North Carolina, then coming right up through Virginia and North Carolina into the southern part of the Chesapeake by early Sunday morning, and then could be right on top of us by then. Could see a good 1 to 3 foot storm surge that will be possible as we get into the day on Saturday and even into Sunday along the Chesapeake, the upper Chesapeake, which is where we all live. So here's a look at our future scan into early Saturday morning. The rain coming in. The rain continues to be with us through most of Saturday. The heaviest rain later into Saturday afternoon and evening, and then another round of that rain coming in early Sunday. So we'll have a kind of a second round of those rain showers before we get that system to move out of here. And in terms of rainfall totals, a lot of us in that 1 to 2 inch category, some close to 3 inches as well, especially as we get into that future scan here for your rainfall. And the wind also picking up anywhere from about 15 to 20 miles an hour Friday, but really the strongest wind is going to be on Saturday, where we're in that 20 to 30 and possibly 40 mile an hour range. So here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. 77 on Friday. We'll be in the upper 60s for the weather alert day Saturday, and then right to about 70 on Sunday. Still a little bit wet for the Ravens game Sunday afternoon. Notice we're drier and keeping those temps in the 70s through the middle part of next week.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by AARP Maryland.